We want to make Tohm as accessible as possible for new players, so we've put a lot of time and thinking into smoothing out Tohm's learning curve. Mostly, we just don't want them to have to read a manual or wiki and memorize lots of commands along with very rigid syntaxes. The ultimate goal is for players to just type what they want to do in their own words and then watch it happen. Most importantly, Tohm's syntax requirements for each command can be very loose, so a new player might type a proper sentence with punctuation, capital letters, and lots of unnecessary words, and it can still work. Instead of typing exactly go in here, I can type more naturally walk into the inn and get the same result. For experienced players, just about any command can be abbreviated to an extreme as long as it's not ambiguous. Because there are no other G commands right now, the basic go command can be abbreviated all the way to just G. In this case, where there's only one possible travel option, G alone takes me out of the inn. Tohm also accepts abbreviation for player names and monster names, so in this combat situation where there's only one possible target, I can abbreviate punch the zombie to just P. For power users and newcomers alike, there's support for compound command lines, where the player types a single line including more than one verb. With this single command line, I can say goodbye to everyone and then leave the area. Of course, I can drop the punctuation in several unnecessary words, and it'll still work. Also, Tohm supports lots of aliases per command, so instead of go west, I can type travel west or walk west, so players don't have to memorize exactly the right verbs. These can also cover common typos and misspellings, as well as synonyms. When Tohm can't determine which verb the player is trying to use, it automatically delivers the closest 3 possible verbs to help the player get the command line right. So to make sure all of this works well and keeps improving, we're automatically recording absolutely every command line where Tohm couldn't figure out what the player meant. We're going to use that to add aliases and loosen syntax rules without waiting for players to complain first, and without explicitly asking them for feedback. That means what doesn't work for you today might just magically start working for you or the next player who tries it tomorrow.